Welcome to my channel. This is Mario Lord, also known as Real Estate Guru PK. On this channel, we talk about my real estate endeavors. We also have the top real estate producers and the top entrepreneurs in the country. Be sure to click the link below with Justin P with his Support Black Colleges marketing course. Also with Jason White's Crack the Code affiliate link, click that below as well. Also to support the channel, Webull, M1 Finance, Chase, Discover, Robinhood, and Public, a stock trading app. We hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Real Estate Guru PK signing out. How y'all doing? We got another special guest. Man, we've been trying to get him out here the last 2 years. He flew out. Man, we got the Real Estate Doru. He's not a guru, he's a doer because he really does this.
Real talk, man. I appreciate you having me, man. I appreciate you. I was just waiting to get the timing right, brother.
Appreciate you, man. So you've been doing this the last 10 years?
I've been involved in real estate since 2007. I learned about creative real estate in 2010. I did my first wholesale deal in 2011. I got fired from my last job September 2012. And I got on YouTube in 2012. That's when I got on YouTube. And yeah, man, so I've been giving out free game, you know what I mean, for at minimum 10 years though. But yeah, so I've been in the game for a while. I'm old now. You got
no blemishes on your record. You clean.
Very clean, man.
You don't owe nobody money.
I don't owe nobody money. I ain't taking no money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, my tax return, I can go to the bank and get money. So it'd be kind of baffling me when, like, yo, why you got to take people's money when you could get cheap money from the bank? But hey, man, it is.
Y'all seen your reaction to C's on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, man. Personally, I think Envy's innocent. He got a good heart. I'm from North Jersey. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a fan of the show as well, but dude got a good heart. He gave somebody a platform and they went left. I've been in bad partnerships. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I feel where you're coming from, because I've definitely been in bad partnerships. So it's like, yo, this person don't reflect my morals or values or my character. You know what I'm saying? So, Envy just got a good heart, good dude. He be running around North Jersey. No security, and because he really rocked with the people. He for the people. He just gave somebody a platform and they went left.
How you feel like he could make that situation right?
I mean, from following what I'm following, from following what I've seen, he said, listen, if I got to take an L for everybody else to get paid, so be it. You know what I mean? And what more do you want from the man? Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, he willing to take an L on half a ticket. So I'm going to assume that's $500,000 for everybody else to get made whole, if possible. I don't see how everybody can be made whole, because is from my understanding from the receipts that was online that disappeared, it was like more than one person said they gave $1 million. Mm-hmm. More than one person said they gave $1 million. So yeah, that's, what I mean, my hearts go out to the victims, because I had people that come to me that get lawsuits. Mm-hmm. I have people that come to me that run into money, and I kind of politely turn them away because I know that they're looking for some results like instant grits. Mm-hmm. And as you know, from being a guru and actually doing the business, real estate is hard. It's very hard. Very hard. Mm-hmm. And it can go, just like you can win, you can lose. Mm-hmm. And so I don't take these people money. Mm-hmm. What I try to do is teach them how to do that. Maybe it might be for free. Maybe it might be through my course, because somebody I known from back in the day, whatever the case may be. I try to teach them, but I would say 95%, 98% of the people, they ain't trying to hear that. Mm-hmm. They just want to give me some money, mm-hmm. and then get back double or whatever. I'm like, that's not reality. Mm-hmm. I got my business running. I'm good. Like, I don't need that. Mm-hmm. I'm straight, man.
It ain't worth that stress?
I don't want the stress, bro. Like, because I know things go wrong when I put my money up. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? If I feel bad if, like, for example, this dude I know, he lost his leg. Mm-hmm. Son lost his leg and he got a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. And he like, yo, let's invest. And I'm like, bro, like, nah, bro, like, I'll teach you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, do this, do that. Mm-hmm. He don't want to do the work though. He just want to, just get the results. And it's like, yo, bro, like, I ain't trying to, lose your money, because you got to make this work for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you don't have $400,000, That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But me being in the situation of I'm not desperate, I know that $400,000 gotta last him the rest of his life. Because disability ain't gonna give you no lavish lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So he gotta make that joint work. You know what I mean? So I don't want to risk that doing what I do, because just like I win, sometimes I lose.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dirty word. I mean, but my suggestion to the viewer is like, yo, don't give nobody no money, man, including me online. You know what I mean? Like, just like don't learn how to let people borrow money. You know what I mean? The correct way, because that's an actual business. You know what I mean? Like if somebody, like I have some of my students, they loaned on my deals before, but they're being secured by the property. So in the event I don't pay, they get the property.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I educate them how to do it.
They're the hard money lenders. Okay.
So, but I educate my students like, yo, listen, nah, don't send me nothing. You never do that. You send it to the attorney's office. What they gonna do? They gonna write you a deed of trust, and now you gonna have this, and this is secure. So in the event that I say, yo, screw you, you take this to the attorney, and they can foreclose, and you can get this back. And
so you covering them. Basically.
I try to educate them properly. So I don't got no. I'm 40. I ain't got no dirt on my name. I want to keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to keep it like that. I want to keep it clean because, fortunately, my brand can get me in rooms that, otherwise without social media, YouTube, I couldn't be in. But I want to be able to continue to get in those rooms.
Yeah, you was one of the first black people on Bigger Pockets.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, I was.
They don't fool with everybody. They, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just being honest. They don't.
No, you're right.
It's not a lot of us on there.
Yeah.
It's
I
not,
see maybe
man.
3.
Yeah,
You will well be.
So you was like the OG.
I'm gonna say this, bro. It's like, yo, from talking, I spoke to the CEO of Bigger Pockets and all that, man. Mm-hmm. The intentions be good. It's just that sometimes, and it's not just them, it's a lot of these corporations, they don't know how to reach out and talk to us. They don't know who like, so for example, like I got a female friend in Charlotte. She does recruiting for these tech companies because whereas Congress came down, yet they got to hire minorities. All right. So therefore, those companies understand that, bro, we don't know how to talk or interact or hire these people, etc. So we'll get this third party company to do that. Now we can meet our government guidelines, whether they try and get funding or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So sometimes the issue is like you're dealing with somebody who never grew up around a black person. They never interacted. All they seen was TV. However, they're intelligent enough to know, like, I don't think all black people are rappers and athletes. You know what I mean? They'll reach out to like a third party. But I'm gonna say this, man. The CEO and the CEO is very cool at Bigger Pockets. Real cool guy, open to feedback and suggestions, man. He a good dude, and they doing the best they can.
Who's the CEO? Is it the bearded dude?
Nah, the bearded dude. He stepped down.
He stepped down?
Oh, okay.
Brandon stepped down from the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, Brandon stepped down. The CEO, I want to say, is Scott Trench.
Oh, okay.
Scott Trench? I thought
Yeah, Scott Trench. Yeah, Josh sold the company.
He sold it?
He been sold that years ago. And yeah, Scott took over. Yeah.
Okay, I know Scott Trench.
Yeah, but Josh and Brandon, they was mad cool though. They was mad cool. You know what I'm saying? That was a really good thing. You know what I'm saying? Good. But that whole podcast thing they got going over there is great. You know what I mean? I still rock with them. I still mess with them, and I'm glad they gave me the opportunity to be on their platform because, like you said, it wasn't really a lot of, you know what I mean, a lot of us on there.
How many doors you got?
I'm at 17, right? So I'm at 17, which I should be at more. You know what I mean? I've been involved in real estate since 2007. So I'm at 17 plus 2 commercial buildings. I don't count the commercial buildings.
Why not?
The commercial buildings, it's a different game. And I don't have tenants yet. So when you don't have tenants yet, it's like, I own them, but I don't get to tell the glory story yet. So, one we doing construction on, the other one we looking for a tenant on. I got a 5,000, me and the partner, I got a 5,000 square foot warehouse, and I got another 5,000 square foot retail space that we're doing a $200,000 facelift to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do commercial too?
I do
you're
it.
Trying to get into commercial.
There you go. I do it, but I don't. I tell people I don't do it where I can teach it because it's been sticking their foot up my behind. Bro.
I was gonna say commercials like a totally different game, like right?
Yeah,
because it turns before the whole market does, doesn't it?
That too, but what's really getting to me, like I had no idea a roof could cost $50,000. I had no idea that plans for just a facelift. And guys, for the people who are watching, so facelift is basically when you walk past a retail strip and it says for lease, right? In the window, and you look in the window and ain't nothing but concrete and walls. So that's what I'm trying to get. It's called a cold dark shell in the commercial space. That's what it's called. But to make in commercial, you want to make the outside appealing, whereas a potential tenant will like to rent it. So for me to get it appealing, I got a $200,000 bill. You know what I mean? So I had no idea a roof would cost $50,000. I ain't know plans could cost $10,000. I was used to paying $1,500 and $3,000 for plans. You know what I mean? I'm like, all you doing is drawing. I gotta pay you $10,000.
Is the deal gonna work out though? Like all the money you putting into it is gonna give you a return, or is this just like I want to see if I can do it?
Nah, it's I got in because the deal was cheap. However, I'll say this: my property manager is excited at what's going on in the area. So I don't know what majority of your viewers are, but like if you from Houston or familiar with Houston, gentrification has taken over. Mm-hmm. Same thing in Charlotte, same thing in any other major city. So this is on the outskirts of Charlotte. Mm-hmm. So therefore, with this, right, what happens is once it costs like on the low end, it's probably going to be about $350,000 to buy a house in Charlotte on the low end, $350,000. And $350,000 in Charlotte might can get you like 1,200 square feet. So at that particular point, people start to go to the outskirts. So the way it's growing out there, and even that city is experiencing gentrification now. My property manager is extremely excited what's going on. He claiming that he think if I were to sell it, I can probably get $800,000 some change for it. I paid $125,000, and I got some money into it, but I know I got this $200,000 facelift going on right now. Yeah.
Why don't you sell it, man? Get your 800 and call it a day. Make it easy.
Because I regret selling everything early on in my career, and I don't want to regret this. You know what I mean? So I don't want to sell because I rather be. I learned that over time the landlord wins. The guy who holds, he wins. I learned that the hard way because guys I used to wholesale properties to, they retired. And some of them younger than me, some of them my age. And yeah, like they don't work anymore because they were buying all that cheap hood stuff when it was cheap. Buying it for 20, 25, 30, 30,000, 35,000. They were buying it. Granted, they had access to capital. The reason why I wasn't keeping, I had access to capital. I'm living off of wholesale deals at the time. So, and they would try to encourage me, but it's just that, sometimes I kind of don't get access to capital like they can. You know what I mean? Like, I know private money comes from friends and family, but, bro, with friends and family broke. You know what I'm saying? So,
how many houses do you think you touched, like in total?
It's hard to say. I don't count. I know, like, we do, like, on average, like, a slow year for us is, like, 30, 40 houses. So, I mean, that's granted, that's the bulk of that's wholesaling. So, like, 80% of that, 85% is wholesaling. But, it's been years. I've done 100 houses, multiple years. So, it's like, with that being said, man, I ran through a lot of stuff. And I regret selling a lot of stuff. I should have just went broke holding houses because I know a guy who was doing that. He would spend all his money holding houses, and he's in a great situation right now. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I ain't trying to get too personal. How you navigate and stay on your purpose, and you got like all these women, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to pull at you and trying to take up your time? Like, how you stay focused and stay on your purpose?
Thankfully, I was born ugly. So I don't have a lot of women, you know what I mean, on me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe that.
Bro, my DM's trash can, son. Bro, I got a whole bunch of people in my DMs talking about, hey, yo, son, teach me how to do real estate, bro. I'm trying to get in the game. I ain't got no women like that in the DMs, son. Like,
I don't believe you.
But, yeah, man, you just got to have goals, man. Just got to stay focused. So with me personally, it's just I always been ambitious. Always been ambitious. Like in high school, best dress. High school, I was the best dressed guy, class clown, all of that. So I just always wanted something out of life. And it just fortunately it carried over as an adult because high school I had a 1.8 GPA. Like I ain't do nothing. You know, I'm one of them guys. I went to school because everybody else was going there, and I wasn't going to quit or drop out of school or skip school because I would have got a beating from my father, and that would have been pretty embarrassing in front of my friends. So I went. I ain't do nothing there. You know what I mean? But yo, it all worked out for me in life due to my ambition. Cause I wasn't stopped by no. So yeah, man. And I'm from the land of the hustlers, you know what I mean, Elizabeth, New Jersey. So, you know what I mean, it's just one of those environments. You just get out and get it. So
how was it like growing up with both of your parents in New Jersey?
So the cool thing about this, right? And I tell people this, like I actually grew up middle class, but what it was in North Jersey, like it's mad segregated. It's mad segregated. So we was in the hood, but my mother was a teacher and my father was a car salesman. So growing up, both of my parents, and I didn't know, like as a kid, you think the reality is inside your house. And when you grow older, you realize it's not. So the kids, as a kid, like probably first, second grade, like kids, they used to want to fight because I had two parents. Like I didn't understand that. Like, yo, you got two parents? Bro, nah, bro, we got to fight.
Like you serious? Like you serious?
Nah, I'm dead serious.
Wow.
Damn.
How you get two parents, bro? Come on, bro. This is immaculate conception down here, bro. But anyway, so yeah, like these kids just want to like fight and all that. And my parents tell me like, yo, they jealous of you, this and the third. I didn't know that until I got older as an adult. Bro, they was dealing with some stuff, bro. Like people seeing their mom getting punched down and they was going out repeating the process. And I grew up in the 90s where literally parents were dying of AIDS. And back then you normally got AIDS from two ways.
Correct.
It was the needle or sex. You know what I mean? And normally people were tricking so they can get to the needle. So yeah, now I grew up in a very, a rough era and a rough part of the town. Now we owned a house and I did lose my mom when I was 14. So back in 97, we lost her, but still in all, I can't complain about life because I know kids lost their mom. They had to go to foster care, bro. So, I would never complain about that. But yeah, growing up with two parents, it was cool while it lasted, you know what I'm saying, until she passed. So it was cool though. But it came with a lot of jealousy as a kid that I didn't understand. Yeah.
Any other investments besides real estate? Crazy investments like art?
Nah. Yo, it's crazy this may sound, man. Since I was 19, I wanted to be a real estate investor. So I wanted to be a real estate investor. I was 19.
Who put the bug in your ear?
Overheard my father talking to his friend about our neighbor sold his house for $150 to an investor. And the investor put $20,000 and sold it for $270. So I'm 19. So I'm like, wait, we just made $100,000. Man, I want to do real estate. And so I was just set on real estate. Me being 19 though, I go talk to somebody who doesn't do real estate, which was my father. Like, yo, how I get in real estate? And then he was like, yo, you just go talk to my friend. He gonna fix your credit and all that. And so you could buy a house. That was the incorrect way, to actually do it the right way and build wealth. But me being 19, I just went along with the plan. I bought my first house at 24. And the way we was able to buy it, because if some of y'all not old enough, back in 08, prior to 08, you did the no document loans. Like you went to the loan officer and they told you what you made. Like this was wild. Like the loan officer told you what you made. You signed the document. This was all perfectly legal. You know what I mean? And you got a loan for the house. So me and my man, we end up losing like $7,000 a piece. You know what I mean? Bro, we did everything wrong. The contractor took advantage of us, but he didn't do us how like
that dirty.
He
didn't run off with the money.
He ain't run off with the money. He just took his time. He did let's say he'll do $5,000 worth of work, but he got $20,000 of ours. And I remember when we switched up on it, we like, yo, we gonna pay you by check. I thought I said this was cash. Like, cause my mom was like, nah, don't give him cash, give him check. Because the money, you know, may or may not been coming from the street. So it was cash. You know what I'm saying? So we just paying him cash, you know what I mean? And yeah, but he just took his time with it and just basically took advantage of us, you know what I mean? But he didn't do us dirty how guys are getting done dirty, like just running off.
Guys getting got, man.
Got, bro.
Down here, like a Hispanic guy, like Mexican, they'll like take your money and then they'll just run off to Mexico and you like never hear from them again.
I mean, how do you stop that? I mean, go ahead.
I think that you have to be savvy enough to understand that you have to come up with agreeable terms with your contractor. But you have to know that. Like, and unfortunately, a lot of times the first timers, they don't know that. And you don't have to be a first time to get guys. It's a normal thing in real estate all across the country for people to run off, but you just have to be diligent with your process to deal with contractors because they will do that.
What's your worst tenant?
Worst tenant? I got left with a Roche Motel multiple times. I mean, but this was one tenant though. She did me so bad. This is back when I had a job too. She did me so bad, bruh. She made me sell the house, bro. I was a motivated seller, son. Yeah, I regret selling the house too. But I was a motivated seller, bro. Like she made me sell a house, bro. That house today, I showed my students. I bought that house in 2008 in the call center, the traditional route. You know what I mean? Charlotte was cheap at the time. And I'm sure back then Houston probably had like $40,000 houses back in 2008. Yeah. So everywhere did. You know what I mean? So I had like I had this house, it was $42,000, got a traditional mortgage was $350. But when she was done with me, bro, I was like, nah, I gotta get out this. But it took some time for it to appreciate for somebody to buy it. But I think I paid 42. I think I sold it for like 44. It was cash transaction. I could have put it on the market and got more, but I wanted to cash out. I just wanted this over with. You know what I mean? And I fixed it up some. But I did that, bro. And today that house is worth, I think I looked it up last time, like $280.
280?
Yeah, 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, like $280,000.
And that's in Charlotte?
It's in Charlotte. Yeah. Hood too. Yeah, so because I've been buying in the hood because I felt comfortable there because I just felt comfortable there. You know, maybe, you know, I just wish I would have held on to more there, but I didn't, even what's going on in all these major cities, I didn't see it coming. I knew some of the stuff I was buying was eventually going to appreciate because it was downtown was right there. But you know what I mean, I wish I would have held on to all my hood stuff, but I didn't.
What's the most you made on the flip?
I don't recall the most I made in the flip. I do recall my biggest wholesale was like $246,000.
$246,000?
Man, you gotta talk about that. Please.
Yeah, man. It was a commercial deal though.
Okay. I mean, talk about it.
It was a commercial deal.
Any details?
Okay, yeah, we got a house that was all right. So as a commercial developer, right, you want to get highest and best use, right? That's ideally what you want to do. So, and this is a trick for the people that's real estate investors. You can look for houses that are on commercial lots, right? Residential houses on commercial lots. That's not highest and best use, but they have a good zoning. So therefore, this particular house, dude wanted like, just give me $99,000. Y'all can have it. The backstory was he paid $50 at the auction. And when he went to the sheriff to lock it out, the guy gave him a sob story like, yo, I didn't know what was going on. My parents passed, whatever. He felt bad for the guy. He let the guy stay. So he was like, listen, you give me $99,000, bro. He said, I was going to develop it, but you can have it, whatever. So we did the contract. We like, yo, this deal too good. So we closed on it. We got a survey. We got concept plans. A concept plan is essentially saying that we think you can put this on here. Right? This is before city approval. So the concept plans, I think they got like 19 townhouses on there. All right. Now it has to go to the city approval and all that, but this is just concept. So the survey was 1,000 at that time. Surveys are way more now. Survey was 1,000 back then. The concept plans were 2,000. So I had to spend $3,000. We put it on the MLS, and about 30 days later, you know, I walked away from closing $246,000. Yeah, so that was my biggest one.
What'd you do with the money?
I ain't do nothing with it, bro. I just put it in the bank account.
For real?
Yeah, where's mine? I always been disciplined with money.
For real?
Yeah, bro.
You never like ball one time? Like,
I did that when I was young, bro.
Probably already had he probably already had that, right?
Yeah, it's
Just bigger bag.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, right? It's unfortunate, but the environment I grew up with, it was like a street culture environment. So my boy, for example, he had I think it was a $30,000 or $40,000 watch, and he was living at home. So, like, balling till you fall, like, it was something that was done in my younger days. I was around that. Like, I was around the street stars. Street stars were my friends, you know. And like anything, it all ends the same. You know what I mean? They either did their time. One guy is still fighting cases, so I can't speak on that. But yeah, like bro, we were taking trips to Miami, bro, back in my early 20s, bro. If I ain't have it, they had it. You know what I'm saying? And it was a situation where I did the balling thing. I never drunk alcohol though. I was born Muslim though, and my father never drunk. So I never seen my father drunk, never seen him smoke. So I ain't drink, but I never drunk alcohol. For whatever foolish reason though, in my early 20s, I did want to buy out the bar. It was a cool thing to do. I always talked about it. I never did it though. You know what I mean? I was just always the guy where I was okay with being cool. As long as I had some money and the fly fit. You know what I mean? I remember this one situation, bro. The heat in my car wasn't working, but I had a $3,000 coat on. New Jersey gets some cold winters. They get some cold winters. The heat in my car wasn't working. So I already did the ball. So I was already out my system, and I went broke from balling. So I was already out my system. Bro, we was going to the hair, like these young people think that they just discovered Atlanta. We was doing that like 21, like because in my neighborhood, all the drug dealers, they would go down to the Bronner Brothers hair show in Atlanta because that's when all the girls would come out.
That was the Freaknik or?
No, Bronner Brothers. Bronner, the hair show?
That was after Freaknik.
That was after Freaknik. Yeah, that's after Freaknik. Yeah. Nah, Freaknik, I was still in high school. I couldn't go. I had parents. I couldn't go. Now, there was some kids going, but they was already in the streets. You know what I mean? So they could just leave. Hey, I'll be back 5 days. You know what I mean? They was going, but I couldn't do that.
We had a Kappa down here.
Yeah, Kappa Beach party.
I wasn't allowed to go either. My dad.
I've been to several
of them.
I was in the military. I was coming down here, sleeping in the car. It was bad.
Wait, Kappa? I ain't never heard of that one.
No, it was around the same year. It was like a little bit after Freaknik, or at the same time.
It was like 04?
It was in the 90s.
No, it was in 90s.
I was in high school.
98.
90s.
98.
It was
99.
like 95
all the way to 2002,
something like that.
Oh, not me, and it was in Houston.
Yeah, in
Galveston, which is 45 minutes.
I was trying to go my last year, but my dad wouldn't have me.
Yeah, ain't no same parents having no like that, man.
I couldn't go with my cousin. He
was saving you though. You know what I'm saying?
Something else. They shut down the freeway 45. Man, they'd be backed up all the way to 610.
Damn,
it wouldn't
trying to get the guys.
What kept you out of the streets besides your father? Because you could have still went in that direction if you wanted to. Yeah,
bro. I don't know, man. Just having parents definitely saved you. Definitely saved me.
Isn't that midget? What's his name? Midget. He's that drug.
Midget Moley.
Yeah. He's from New Jersey, right? He was a big.
Never heard of him.
He was on American Gangster. He was like a big time.
Out of Atlantic City, man.
Out of Atlantic City.
That's South Jersey. I'm in North Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah. It was some yeah, bro. All right, so I think I can talk about it now. But all right, so in the early 2000s, and I don't know if you remember DEA. It was a show called DEA and something else, but not like guys from my block used to drive down to Houston, pay the bill, come back up north, and wait at X address to get the package. Now, the early 2000s, they made moves about, the FedEx package, UPS package come in and next day air. They know what it is. But yeah, I just knew just sometimes some things ain't for everybody. Now, I did some things that maybe were not on the right side of the law. I ain't go out and hurt nobody. I never hung out with the robbers. I never vibed with the robbers because I was always somebody who had, and my friends were the guys who, if something came their way, they handled it, but they wasn't gonna go out and rob. You know what I'm saying? So I knew like, yo, I ain't going, because how could you trust a robber? How could you trust the guys who kicking doors in? So I never vibe with that situation, but you know, I was what you would call a hustler, and I made money in untraditional ways.
You seen New Jersey Drive?
Yeah.
How accurate was that movie?
No, it was extremely accurate. It was extremely accurate. I just never got caught up. Like that was a Newark thing. So I was in Elizabeth. Elizabeth was, you know, it's like we call it the land of the hustlers. Newark, it goes down. Like everything goes down. But that was real. It's just that I knew if I would have got caught in a stolen car, then you go to jail, and then like I got to go home. Now the guy next door to me, if he got caught in a stolen car, they go to the juvenile hall, his parents, and he get to come back outside. My parents would have whooped my ass. You know what I mean? It wasn't no going back outside. You know what I mean? Like that was established. So I knew better to like, I'm not getting that stolen car. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not.
Were your parents from here?
They from North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Both of them from North Carolina.
They're not foreign. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Nah, they from America. They from North Carolina.
Seemed like they were strict. I was like, Jamaican?
Yeah, they just ain't play that. Like, you know what I mean? And we was Muslim, so it wasn't no girlfriend, wasn't no female company, wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Nah, they just wasn't. They from the old school. They believed in beatings and all that.
So is that something you want to replicate for yourself soon? As far as like,
yeah, we beating.
She want to know. Have you learned from it? You can't touch your kids.
I know now you can't touch it. I know now, and the kids know they got rights. Yeah, it's kind of like we ain't know we had rights.
No,
well,
not in my house.
I was referring to like the marriage
rights.
and kids.
Yeah, I have no kids, so ideally I would like to get married.
Okay.
And then have children.
Does she have to be Muslim?
Nah, she ain't gotta be Muslim. Muslim men, we can marry a Christian or a Jew.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that you're just hoping that one day your wife is gonna appear in front of you, or like are you actively trying to find a wife?
I'm gonna say I've been actively trying, but it just ain't been working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does she need to be in real estate?
Nah, hell no. Hell no. I'm 40. That don't matter. Like, and I did want the power couple thing in my 20s.
Yeah.
But at 40, you just don't give a damn about that.
Yeah.
So like for a successful man like yourself, you can date like a woman that works at Walmart.
I ain't gonna say that. You know what I mean? That's pretty extreme. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that or co-sign that. My mom was educated. My mom was a teacher. She went to HBCU, North Carolina Central University. And so I would like to see some qualities of that in my wife.
Does she need a degree?
I'm not going to say she needs a degree, but I would like to see progress in her life.
Okay. Like,
not just stagnant. You know what I mean? To see progress, because at the end of the day, my child has to look up to you. So I want to make sure that my child's looking up to somebody respectable.
Okay.
And,
so no city girls?
Yeah.
So do you think that men look for their mother in their wife in a way?
Absolutely not. Not this day and age. Yeah. My man Zion with the old song.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. That boy without man.
So I ain't gonna say that, right? So if I was 21 if any of us was 21 with $200 million contracts, we have access to all these women. Okay. All I'm gonna say is I wouldn't have got them pregnant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Protect yourself. Like wear a condom.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I definitely would have done that. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't have got them pregnant. So I ain't gonna say I wouldn't have did it and all that, but I'm just saying I wouldn't have got them pregnant. That probably wouldn't have happened on my end. But you know what I mean? And you shouldn't be fornicating, especially if you're Muslim. Let me say that. So, but yeah, I just.
So you don't fornicate?
Of course not.
So so you would have to be married?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's very impressing for a man to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Gotta save yourself, man.
Okay.
So you don't believe in the buy before you drive or whatever they be saying?
Buy the cow.
Yeah.
Buy the cow before you take a bath. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do lease my luxury cars, you know what I'm saying? The option to buy at the end, you know what I'm saying? Of course, but other than that, you know what I mean? Nah.
So you date to get married?
Ideally, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're not entertaining anybody unless you see potential marriage?
Yeah. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. And yeah, so like, yeah, especially at this age, like it's certain people like I don't be wanting to talk to. I don't be wanting to give time. You know what I'm saying? Like time is valuable.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked you earlier, like, how do you stay focused? Because like it's so much distractions out here.
Yeah,
it seems like those distractions he's referring to don't even.
Nah, it don't because
okay.
I know I got goals. I know what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? I know what I
Mm.
have to do, and yeah, so I just stay focused, man. Keep eye on the prize.
I think when you work on yourself, you become more attractive. You know, as a man, I feel like if you work on yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, you're just gonna be more attractive to women around you.
I strongly agree.
Yeah.
I strongly agree, and I don't know how old y'all are, but yeah,
I'm
like,
40.
Huh?
I'm 40.
40?
Yeah.
Okay, class of 01?
No, I'm 02. I was supposed to be 01, but in Texas they got the.
He fell.
I ain't failed nothing, man. I am not a failure.
He got held back.
Nah. In Texas they had that football rule, so they hold you back a year if you were born after September 1st.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
45.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you said, bro, like once you, but somebody warned me when I turned over 30. It was like, yo, bro, you think you getting girls in your 20s, bro? Wait till you 40. He's like, bro, wait till you 30. He said, I cross over 30, the women is done. Bro, now that I'm 40, bro, I got all my teeth, son. and these ain't them joints you buy. You know what I mean? These ain't them joints you buy. So my real ones came in my skull. So I got all my teeth, son. I take care of myself. You know what I mean?
I seen you running.
I be running and I be juicing. You know, I'm not going to juice this weekend because Houston got some good ass food.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like you take care of yourself. Like, yeah, you just like you said.
Yeah.
Like women become more attracted to you.
Yeah, because you're different from somebody that's younger that don't think like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and you got a little bit disposable income.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
What's the youngest you'll date?
30.
30?
Yeah.
Oh, that's real commendable.
Why is that?
Because I need life to beat you up first. Because by the time life beats you up, and when I come to your life, you'll appreciate me. When I
I agree with that.
Yeah, you got to clip that.
I agree with that.
Dropping bombs.
Because I gotta get you gotta go out there and take some Mike Tyson uppercuts and all that. Let life knock you down, and you see. Because by the time I come in, you'll appreciate me. Like you're gonna appreciate. Yo, he got season tickets to the Hornets. Damn.
Oh, you doing it like that? You doing it like that? You on the floor?
Huh?
You on the floor?
I'm on the floor, bro. So
okay,
you got
that's where that 246 win. Yeah.
How much that runs you?
My seats cost 12, right? So my two cost 12.
12,000.
Yeah.
A game?
Nah,
for the season.
Oh,
season.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the second row behind the basket. I can't get the first row because it's been sold out since we got Melo.
Yeah, okay.
It's been sold out since we got Melo. So, but yeah, man. I just want you to appreciate me because, you go to somebody in their 20s, they might still think the world revolves around them, which I thought that in my 20s. You know what I mean? So I can't knock them. You can't force nobody to grow up.
She might feel like she could get another one of you too.
Yeah, that's how she feels. You know what I'm saying? Like you replaceable. So I don't go lower than 30 because again, I need life to beat on you some. So and hopefully by talking, I can see if you learned from life or did you just go out and repeat the same mistakes.
What's the oldest?
Oldest, I don't have any kids, right? So I wouldn't have kids. So I'll say, 42?
42? Oh, that's not bad.
42, 43?
So like a little bit older than you?
Yeah, I do a little bit older than me. Yeah, because I ain't, I ain't got no, I waited, I was trying to do things the right way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
Have you thought about like going outside the country?
Absolutely not.
Passport.
Absolutely. Why not? Why not? It sounds like you're looking for like a traditional woman.
Nah, man. Yo, I got a big ego. Pause. But it's just I can't see my eyes. My situation, right? So I started making like when I got fired from my job in 29, I started making some real money. So, and with that being said, like with my personal situation, I can go to a poor area in America and get a woman. So I just feel bad going to another country, a third world country. Man, these women are poor. You know what I mean? Granted, they're beautiful. I mean, I give you that, but they're poor. You know what I mean? I can get a poor woman in America to do whatever I say. She's going to be nice to me. You know what I mean? I'm providing lodging, and she get to ride on my red leather seats. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, of course
what car is red leather seats? What car is that?
The X6, man. I picked it up from the factory, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they actually building. I'm getting my next car built. I didn't. Yeah, I don't want to talk about.
How many cars you got?
Well, I got I drive my Camry every day.
Okay.
I got the F-150 to get things around, and bro, my X6 it's like a nights and weekends car. It just sits in the garage for like nights and weekends. The most I drive is during the Hornet season, because I got season tickets. But other than that, I don't really, because I don't like clubbing and all that. That was done in my 20s. I'm done with that. You know what I mean? Unless it's a comedy show or something.
I never seen you with jewelry on.
I'm not a jury guy. Like my friends, they did that, man. They did it, and I was impressed with it back then. And I said once I get my money, I'm gonna get me a Breitling. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Breitling watch. It's an expensive watch. I don't think it appreciates like Rolexes.
It's like $250,000.
I mean, some of them are, but my man, his was like 30 or 40.
30, 40.
Yeah, I mean, you had guys in the hood, their joints was like 50, but it was like a flex. But when you go out and earn your money, none of that stuff matter no more, son. To me, none of that stuff matter. But again, that's why I don't like to judge a lot of those young kids in the NBA making those foolish mistakes, because if you'd have gave me money at that age, I would have did something stupid too. You know what I'm saying? So, because in my mind, right, my first flip, right, I had it mapped out. We was going to flip it. We was going to make like $80,000. I was going to buy a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? The Bentley GT Coupes. Because they was in back in the day. I don't know how old you were, but they were in back in 07. So I was going to get the Bentley GT Coupe. You know what I mean? Putting my father at risk because his door's getting kicked in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He just put my father at risk.
Because his door getting like, wait, this young dude got a Bentley GT. Oh, nah, he got some work in there. So, all right, I was going to get the Bentley GT. And now, I was advised Muslims we can't get the earrings. I was gonna get some diamond earrings, so I didn't get my man earrings. He used to stop traffic though, you know what I'm saying? So I was going to get a watch, you know what I mean, the GT and the watch. And fortunately, guys taught me a lesson. We lost $7,000 a piece in that first deal.
Oh
yeah, and I moved down to Charlotte, and I was in a different environment. Nobody knew me. I didn't have to be the flyest guy no more. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to have $1,000 outfit. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Do you feel like you had to leave your hometown to level up?
Yeah, reinvent himself.
I did. I do. I always wanted to get out of Jersey because I'm telling you, like I was in, it was rough there, but this is a rough environment. But I wanted to get out because I wanted more. And fortunately, looking back, my parents, I knew that the world was bigger than where I was at. Fortunately, those lessons were taught early on. But yeah, I knew I had to get out because I didn't want to work. The reason why I didn't want to get a job because my friends didn't have a job. You know what I'm saying? So
was your dad getting on you for not having a job? Cause I know mine was. He was on me or
yeah, he used to get on me. He used to get on me. He used to definitely get on me. But I just used to, for my untraditional hustles, I should just hit him off with some bread here and there. Buy a TV for the house or something. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, take this TV. And, listen, I'm gonna move out, but first, look, I just gotta do this, do that. Buy myself some time. You know what I mean? And yeah, but yeah, nah. He from the old school. He definitely wanted me to get a job. Black parents always want you to work. You know what I'm saying?
Or cut the grass.
I swear, bro. You had to cut the grass too?
Yeah, still do.
Yeah, man. You still do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't cutting no grass. Yeah.
Have you we talked about this earlier a little bit. Besides Charlotte, you want to go anywhere else?
Nah, man. I love Charlotte, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Charlotte, bro. Like and I get it, Texas, they got the best looking woman in the country and all that. Houston got good food. Houston nightlife is crazy. It's a lot of black excellence out here.
It is.
A lot of black excellence in Charlotte, DC. But Charlotte black excellence ain't like Houston or Atlanta. You know what I mean? Y'all joints just on another level. But like Charlotte's home, bro. Like I just love it there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't see myself leaving.
What if your woman was in Houston? Would you? Or she got to move to Charlotte?
She got to move to Charlotte, or this ain't gonna work. and I can't do that. like the long distance stuff, man.
Oh, you can't.
I try not to. I be getting people from all over the country in my DM. I try not to.
I thought you said your
I'm about to say the same thing. I thought you said you had no women, man.
I mean, they be trash, but you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I get some gold, you know what I mean? Like sometimes a broken clock is right twice a day. You know what I mean? So
I knew your DMs was popping. Like, man, you try to come on.
My joint's trash. Hey, yo, Duru, teach me how to wholesale, son. Like, yo, son, call me. Like, I never met this guy. He wants me to call. Like, never met this guy. You know what I mean? Yo, bro, it's wild, bro. So yeah.
Where do you feel the market's going as far as like with higher interest rates? And you think real estate's going to keep going strong and keep going up?
I thought it was going to go down this year, and I was skeptical, and I was nervous, and I'm actually having this. I'm having like a slower year this year, not by the market, just by me, just being more cautious. But in Charlotte and places like Houston, I mean, you got $600,000 hood houses still selling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like even during COVID, you thought COVID, like the world was going to end, you know, and then it's just market just keeps going up.
Well, let me ask you a question. When rent went up, did you go up on your tenants too, or you stayed?
I stayed.
You stayed? Okay.
Yeah, I ain't go. If they already in there, I don't go up.
People in Houston was going up like $400. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, I didn't do that. Now, if they left and I gotta, get it ready for the next person, then I'm gonna go to market rent. But I don't. Only time I raise rent if taxes go up. Charlotte, they reevaluate taxes every 3 years.
So you don't do like $25 every year? You're not their landlord?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't either.
Because on single family houses, man, your biggest expense is turnover. I think you can I think that's more doable on multifamily, because if somebody leaves, at least you got other cash flow. Because it's rare that, let's say you have a 4-unit that all 4 tenants will be going at the same time. So you can handle one being gone and your mortgage still covered. But on single family, nah, I try to, once I got them in there, try to keep it the same, and just have that relationship, even though it's with the property manager. But I just tell them, like, yo, don't raise no rents.
You plan on having boys or girls, or does it matter? Or
No, it don't matter.
You want to have a junior?
No, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever God gives me at this point.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I always ask all my guests this: what would you tell your daughter about men if you had a girl?
Whoever you marry, ask yourself, if your child turned out to be this person, will you be okay with that?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and that's man or woman. Just ask yourself, if your child turned out to be this, are you okay with that? And if you're okay with that, then, it might be a good opportunity. And I just, of course, I'm a preach marriage, ideally, but I'll say this. I think sometimes that women get a bad message from fathers stating if somebody, like I heard some fathers say, like, if he don't love you at least like I do, and do this and do that and do that, like, you know what I mean? He ain't for you, which the person, your father's always going to do more for you than anybody else. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you can't go out into the world and expect somebody to be your father. I think that's just bad advice, So, you just got to teach them like how to look at character and morals, and not necessarily like a lot of girls, especially in my environment, they got the advice of make sure he got money. But I'm from a low income environment. Why is the focus on man? Make sure he got money. But when you do that, what happens? Now she goes out and get the drug dealer. Mm. You know what I mean? Because that's all the advice she got from all her aunts, sisters, her father. Yo, make sure he got money. He got to take care of you. This, that, and the third. So that's her expectation. And now you putting pressure on a 23, 24-year-old person, you know what I mean, to have disposable income, because he got to survive and take care of himself and take care of you. Mm. And, and I've seen a lot of guys go to prison, behind trying to impress or keep some girl. Mm-hmm. And she go to public housing.
Would you be mad if your kids wanted a 9-to-5 and didn't want to be an entrepreneur?
No, I wouldn't be mad. I would just, I preach happiness. Of course, I'm gonna instill entrepreneurship in them. Ideally, real estate because of what it can do, as far as like time and money is returned. And life is going to be hard regardless. So you might as well, choose the hard you want, but choose the hard that's going to pay you. So I wouldn't be mad because at the end of the day, everybody wants to go their route of happiness. I'm sure that I didn't do everything. If it was up to my parents, they probably wanted me to go to Harvard and all that, man. And I was far from Harvard material. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Are you gonna give your kids rental property, or are you gonna make them get their own?
Ideally, and God willing, if I'm living, I'm gonna make them get their own because the reason being, though, right? The reason being, though. Everybody talks about generational wealth, but not everybody talks about the fact that it takes one generation to wipe out generational wealth. So the education is the most important. So if you don't have basic understanding of handling finances, and I would like for you to, if you could show me you can get your own property, etc. My plan is to get you a property, maybe not tell you about it, but have you just, work in it so you can get the skills, because the skills and the knowledge is more important than the actual assets. Because as the real estate investors, and you show up to people's houses where they inherited properties, and they inherited, let's say, a $200,000 property, it needs work, you give them $100 for it, they go their way. And I know after that, we're done. But a lot of those people, they're broke within like a year or two of getting that money. You know what I mean? So the financial literacy, the education is the most important, especially if you talking or want to hand down generational wealth.
So you said financial literacy. Do you recommend any kind of books or something that people should start reading just to get their mind in the right spot?
I mean, the book that I started reading at 26, the book that confirmed my thinking was Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like a lot of people got started off that. Man, so if you're not in the reading, I recommend you start with that. And and the one I read back in the day had the recommended readings, and you can do all those, and those are pretty much financial literacy books like The Richest Man in Babylon and all that stuff. Essentially is basically like, don't hand your money to people that just don't learn how to handle your money, and just don't hand your money and expect for them to do the same thing with your money, etc. The Millionaire Next Door, just stuff that it gives you, like, it makes you think. And that's how my mother raised me. She was a teacher, so me and my sister, she gave us stuff that made us think, like doing puzzles and all that, made us use our brain. So.
Do a lot of family members like reach out to you for some money?
My mom's side, no. My mom's side, nah. They all they're educated. They're from Lumberton, North Carolina, which is like it's a country town, but they're all educated. My father's side, yeah. They'll reach out, but yeah, and and that's and mind you, I've been on YouTube since 2012, and I tell people, man, if you gonna get on social media and put yourself on the camera, just be prepared for people to have their hand out. You know what I'm saying? So that's just come with the game. But you just gotta know how to handle it. I know how to handle it, so it don't bother me.
You give it to them, or what you do?
Some I give it to them. Some I give it to them. I don't expect it back. You know what I'm saying? So some I give it to. Some is like, nah, come on, bro. Like, we never met. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Calling me you the long lost cousin, man. Nah, that don't work.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
Comedy shows, live sporting events. That's basically it, man. Outside of the basketball season.
You play any sports?
I played football in high school. I rode the bench though. I rode the bench. I played football in high school, man, and I rode the bench. I was on the bench, and I do like watching it. I do watch. I'm a Giants fan, and I like the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Giants is the home team, and I've been in Charlotte since 2008, so I root for them too.
What type of music you listen to?
Rap and R&B, mostly 90s rap, though. Jay-Z's still my favorite rapper, bro, to this day. So,
who's your top 5 rappers?
Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie. That's my top 3 that I could think of all bat.
You're not a big Wu-Tang fan?
Absolutely.
Cannabis.
Yo, Cannabis was dope, right? So back in the 90s, Cannabis underground stuff was hitting hard, right? We was on them, well, his mixtapes, but then, LL Cool J just, put that career in the toilet, no disrespect to the dude, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
forgot about those battles.
Yeah, like that battle took him out the game. After that LL Cool J situation. You know what I mean? But Cannabis was fire. It just his album didn't,
So
What do you think about rap music today?
I mean, it's not my cup of tea, right? So I'm gonna just say that it's different. You know what I mean? I'm sure when I was 20 and I was listening to the rap, the older people were criticizing stuff we were listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say that they don't make music for a 40-year-old man. So it is. It's different. Some of the young guys I do like, they do make, I ain't gonna say I listen to the whole album, I listen to certain songs, but it's just not, they don't make music for a 40-year-old man.
You like the baby?
The baby? Yeah, I like him because he's from Charlotte.
He's from Charlotte.
And he got a few hot tracks. But yeah, I definitely rock with him and the other dude from North Carolina, NLE.
Oh, NLE Chopper?
NLE Chopper, bro. I like his stuff too.
No J. Cole?
Oh yeah, J. Cole, yeah. I mean, but J. Cole, I mean, he been in the game since like 2000s?
Yeah.
Early 2000s? So yeah. So I don't consider him the new school. Like, yeah. J. Cole, like, yeah, he in his own lane too.
Are you gonna allow your kids to listen to rap?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not, I mean, my parents ain't want me listening to it.
Mine ain't either.
Mine neither.
You couldn't listen to it either?
No, I had strict parents growing up. I had both my parents, yeah.
In Houston?
I was raised in LA. I'm from Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So yeah. Now, because back then they said, back then in the 90s, they said that rap was just a fad. Like it was going to be out in a few years. And but yeah, ain't nobody parents want to listen to that stuff that we was listening to. Yeah.
I couldn't even listen to rap on the radio.
Man, you couldn't even listen to the clean version.
Yeah, clean version.
My boy couldn't even go to Walmart and get
that parental advisory was like the no.
Yeah, bro. Oh man, he could not get an NWA album. So, but yeah, everybody's parents was like that in the 90s, man. But I don't know. Did you get that Tupac All Eyes on Me album?
Nah,
everything was hot, right?
I did.
I mean, I could tell that you like lyrics.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that album, bro.
That's the exact opposite of like today. It's all, auto-tuned. And...
Yeah. But yeah, everybody. I don't know, man. That's a question I never asked myself, man. Can they listen to rap? I never asked myself that. I mean, it's the kids today, man. They different, bro.
Yeah, they all different.
They eating booty. Like, they different, you know what I mean? Like these young folks, I be seeing the men and women, you know what I mean, talking about eating booty, but like probably like just talking about it, like you know what I mean, like yo, what's the dilly? Like y'all can get pink eye, you know what I mean? Like they not scared of no diseases, bro. They're not scared of no diseases.
Like that's the worst thing that can happen to you. You get pink eye.
Son, these kids today just different. So, that music is different, man. Because I don't know what it is, but like I be watching a lot of 20-something-years and they all talking about eating booty and the girls just eating booty and if they ain't eating booty, they want their booty ate. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of no-nos going on, brother. So. I just hope these people going to the doctor and getting checked out. Hope they going to the doctor and getting checked out.
Yeah. What was her name? Shakana, what's her name? She talking about that.
Suki Hana?
Yeah, what's her name?
Hana, man.
I know you're talking about.
She filthy, man. She filthy. She trash can, as you would say. She trash can. Yeah.
I mean that's what that generation is doing.
It's like every generation got to do another level. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we had little Kim, Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
But they weren't as bad as these girls now. They terrible.
Stuff is on a different level these days.
Stuff is on a different level.
Yeah, they
and then
terrible,
you got like, I mean, as a parent, you can try to put the the parental advisories on the cell phone and all that, but
Man,
you know,
there's so much you could do.
They got apps they can bypass that.
there you
Make it
go.
work.
They
You
got
just
apps.
don't give them a phone.
So you got all that stuff. Whereas when I was coming up, like in the 90s, you had to, I didn't do it, but they would sneak to somebody's house and look at somebody's parents' porn collection and sit down, put the joint in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. Like, I remember I was like 8 or something. Bro, I ended up at my man house, right? And he was messing with the older kids and they was watching some. I was so scared I ran home and told my mother. Like, you know what I mean?
I think you was a good kid.
Yeah, I was a good kid.
Yeah.
Like I did not have no, like, I wasn't one of them kids, like, teenagers that I want to have sex. If you gave me your phone number, I would have bragged to all my friends. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you gave me, I would just brag. Just, I got this girl number. She gave me her number, son. She on me. So how many numbers you get? You got none? That's because you ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's all I wanted was a number. And
Me too.
yeah, that's all I needed was a number, bro. I feel good about myself.
Yeah, I had like a shoebox full of numbers on the
Sure
paper.
did.
Yeah, where's mine back
Yeah,
then?
me
You get it
too.
on the paper.
Yeah.
You could have gave me the wrong number. I ain't care. You know what I mean? Like, as long as I got the number, bro, I'm good. And them kids, and I'm gonna say this, them kids who were sexually active, like they had like adult sex drive. At the time as a kid, I didn't know they had like an adult sex drive. The ones that had the adult sex drive like that, it came out years later that they were touched as kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that never happened. Like that never happened to me. My parents did not let me spend the night in nobody's house. I could not do that.
You had they were real strict parents.
It's not. You want to spend the night in nobody's house? Like for you to spend the night at my house, bro, they had to know your parents and all that. You know what I mean? Like that is probably like it was 2 families on my street. My parents let me spend the night at their house but because they knew their parents and all, they knew it was good people. One family was Muslim, the other family, there was this Christian family, and they originated from like down south, so they had that whole connection, but they was family-oriented people. If I go out of town for the weekend, like at for like a basketball tournament or something like that, as soon as I come to the house, bro, my mother be like, "Did somebody touch you here? Somebody touch you there?" You know what I mean? Like, as soon as I come in the house, nah, what you talking about?
Wow.
As an adult, it all clicked.
Yeah.
Because people, but I wasn't even on it like that. Like I ain't as a teenager, the way these kids are exposed to this. Because if I hear a song about eating butt, then what I want to do, especially if the lyrics sound good, I want to go out and eat some butt. This girl don't even know how to wipe her butt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta go to the nurse office. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to the nurse office, you sick, and you find out you got herpes on your mouth.
Oh.
And now the nurse got called home, and then you gonna get cursed out because you was eating the butt. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a mess out here. You know, these kids need God.
I grew up the same way. I only could spare night at a couple people's houses. Like my cousin, like his house in Brent. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, but you probably as a time you're like, yo, come on, man, he messing up the floor. But now you became
I understand that. I understand that.
Like, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it was protecting me. I see what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got friends now that be like, yo, listen, they won't have sleepovers at their house because they might have an older son. Just because, like, yo, I don't want nobody to say my son did anything, you know what I mean? So they might do something that they don't want to put their son in danger, if that makes sense. Not because he's a pervert, they just don't want his name in anything because, as you see, all it takes for somebody to think that something happened to him, they just want to make up something, and it's a whole bunch of, and everything goes online this day and age. You know what I mean? So you want to do what's best to protect your children.
Okay. Anybody else got any questions? You ain't got no question?
No, man. No.
He was like really looking for the you come.
I mean, he answered majority. You answered majority of the questions, man.
Okay. You got anything else, Miss Turner? All right. I'm gonna ask you either or question.
All right, go ahead, bro. Let's spin it. I'm here, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, our conversations, man, be off. Need to be off air, man. It go too long. We on time.
Flips or rentals?
I've been focused on more rentals lately.
Rentals?
Yeah.
Okay. Wholesaling or rentals?
A mixture of both. Wholesaling pretty much keeps my bills paid and all that, man. And then, just got the rental. I don't pull money from my rentals. They just build up and buy more rentals.
How much do you spend on wholesaling, like getting the word out?
Oh, a month. Right now we at like 6,000 a month.
6,000? That's not bad.
Now I don't have a big wholesaling operation or anything like that. No, because I do a mixture of deals, and so yeah, I don't have a big wholesaling operation or anything like that. I mean, and like for some things, like online. Some of these guys, I mean, they're talking, but some of these guys actually do have big operations. But no, I don't have, operations that we potentially do 6 figures every month. You know what I mean? Yeah, we might have some 6-figure months, but it's not consistently 6 figures every month in mine. And I'm okay with that. I don't have the biggest wholesale operation in the country or anything like that.
How many how many mentees you got?
I have a lot of mentors, man. I probably at minimum 5 or 6.
Mentors,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 5 or 6 a minimum. Yeah.
What about mentees? How many mentees you got?
Oh, I have a lot. I have a lot of students. My education program has been doing okay. So I have a lot of students, and bro, like it'd be like like me meeting this dude. Like he like, yo, bro, I've been following you for 10 years. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it, but I get a lot of that, man, in the most random places. You know what I mean? Just get a lot of that. So, and I appreciate it. And that's why I just wanted to put myself out there as a black man, like, yo, we could do this. Because if you go one generation up to my parents, my mother was born 1948, father was born 1950. Bro, they didn't get rights till 1968. Everybody talks about reparation, they think of slavery. Bro, you could go one generation up, and that should qualify for reparations because of what was done to them by the law, like the government law.
Redlining.
Bro, like they could, in certain places, you couldn't buy a house. Like a black person could not buy a house in certain states and all that. And people think that was a Southern thing. No, it was towns in New Jersey that wouldn't allow you to buy a house if you were black and things of that nature. The GI Bill, you couldn't take advantage of that if you were black, even though you fought in the war.
That's why they created the projects.
That's why they created the projects. They had to put black people there. But the original projects were created in 1920s for white people. And you had to be clean. You had to be married. If you had a child, you couldn't have a child without wedlock. You couldn't have pets, and they would check on you to make sure you're clean.
Well, they had to test it out first,
Yeah,
that's all it was, a project.
Yeah, and then
they started it.
Right. And then the 70s, when black people got housing projects, man, can't no man be in here. City services did not run like that. There was no set days of when they got the garbage, etc. Somebody checked up to make sure nobody else was living with you, etc. And they just let you live any kind of way. But yeah, man, it was just so much done to us by government. That
I think that was on purpose or some kind of conspiracy, or you just think by chance?
Man, that was on purpose. That was on purpose, bro.
I think it was on purpose. I'm trying to get your...
No, that was on purpose, bro. FHA did not allow black people to get an FHA loan. That didn't happen until after 68 by federal government law. Then they started like, okay, we got to give black people loans. But the reason they wouldn't give black people loans, not because they didn't have the income, because the black people who did buy homes actually made more and had better credit than their white counterparts. It's just that they said based off their skin color, they won't pay us back.
So why would the government do that is the question.
Why would the government do that? I mean, just to keep us marginalized and oppressed, to keep us down at the bottom, because when we're down at the bottom, we're doing everything that they don't want to do.
They want to create a dependent class
that
relies on the government to keep them more powerful. That's how I look at it. So
no, you're right. It was the dependent class is starting to backfire on them because with all these government programs, it's not majority black people that's taking advantage of that. That's majority white people, and that's why they are creating these laws like, yo, no more abortions because of the white women are the majority ones getting abortions. They're going to make them keep their kids so the white people can stay the majority of the population. And with that, with that being said, it's like, yo, they wouldn't care that if black women went and got a bunch of abortions. Like, that doesn't bother anybody. The problem is the white people, and it kills off the population. You have all these mixed race babies, etc. And, to certain people, to supremacy, they want to stop that. So, I think that was intentionally done by government to keep us down and oppressed. So, for example, in the 90s, the average black family, I think they inherited $10,000, and the average white family, it was like $200,000 or $300,000 on the inheritance due to the real estate and life insurance. At one point, black people couldn't get life insurance, and so this was all intentionally done. Now, some of you are saying, "Well, I inherit $10,000." Depending on where you're from, average is far stretch. So right now, average income in America is $60,000. So if you from my side of the tracks, that's far fetched to be at 60. People still making, $15, $20 an hour. You know what I mean? So with some of us, average is far stretch. We ain't even hitting that. So.
The Wells Fargo with the high interest, they got caught up a couple of years ago.
Bro, they got caught up in so many stuff, bro. Recent news.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, remember a few years back, the CEO made that statement. The reason why there's no blacks in executive level positions because they're not qualified. But he got backlash for it. But the reason being, and I worked for that company before, people hire who they feel comfortable living next door to. So the CEO doesn't necessarily do the hiring. Somebody does the hiring for him. There are qualified black candidates. You just don't get to look because they just don't feel comfortable for the simple fact you're black. So they don't feel comfortable with you, so they're not going to move you up that high. I'm not saying you can't get a promotion in that company, but you're not going to go to a C-level executive. They're just going to say, oh, all the black candidates are not qualified, but here we have this white guy, over here. Man, so it's a mess.
Okay. Let me finish this. 2 million followers are rental property.
Huh?
2 million followers are rental property.
Yo, now the game I know, man, give me 2 million followers. Son.
For real?
Yeah, with the game I know, son.
Okay.
Unless you talking about how many rental properties. The game I know?
Just one.
One rental property.
2 million followers.
Or 2 million followers.
Yeah.
Give me 2 million followers, son.
People be saying rental properties.
Nah, 2 million followers, son.
Okay.
So what you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with the 2 million?
What you gonna do with 2 million?
How we monetizing that, son? Man, we bumping $100K a month, bro. Easy off that, son. No ads, man. We selling out events, bro, just based off social media with 2 million followers, son.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We getting big bag.
850 credit score, $1 million.
Man, give me $1 million. I hate that question. Yo,
Yeah,
it's always the black community. It's like, yo, I'm tired of the 850 credit score question. Yeah. I'm tired of the 50-50. You know what I mean?
A relationship 50-50.
Yeah, bro.
What is your take on the 50-50?
Here you go.
Don't get me started. Where should we start?
Here you go.
Hey, yo, all right, first of all,
let me answer for you. No.
Most of these,
Most
of these people, bro, never see a marriage or a healthy marriage, or they don't understand living with, man. Like finances are one aspect of a relationship. That's one aspect, bro. Like there's gonna be way more, But my personal opinion, I think you should do what works for you. If you okay going 50-50, fine. If you okay paying all the bills and he figure himself out, fine.
How would you want your marriage to be?
In an ideal situation, I would like to pay for everything, but I want you to pursue happiness.
Got it. Okay.
Like I don't want you to lose yourself in being a wife. That's a title. I don't want you to lose yourself in being a mother. That's a title. You know what I'm saying? I want you to put yourself first and take care of you.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
But you're a really good dude, man.
What did you think, man?
You had media training, huh?
Nah, man. Yo, life whooped my ass, man.
Yeah.
Like, life really whooped my ass.
I thought you was going to be like real cocky with these questions, but you real...
Nah, life just kicked my ass, man. And when life beat your ass, you should learn from it. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't.
Yeah.
Bro, I lost my mom at 48. I was 14. She put us first. The kids first. She made sure we were straight. She should have been taking care of herself. Forget us, but she put her kids first. And that affected her health, and she passed at 48. So I just know the importance of taking care of you. And, you know what I mean? And the kids, they'll understand when they get older.
Okay. Charlotte or New Jersey?
Charlotte, son.
Charlotte,
son.
Okay.
Jersey, a rough spot, bro. That's a hardcore spot, bro. Charlotte. I love Charlotte, bro. It's a beautiful city. You know what I mean? It go down there. It's hardcore, but, the gentrification is heavy there. So the gingers take over. So it's not Know what I mean? Not what it used to be, but you know what I mean? I like Charlotte better than New Jersey. You know what I mean? Because in Jersey, it's a high cost of living, and yeah, it's a hardcore lifestyle, and a lot of people are angry because you gotta have, you know what I mean, a career, you gotta have a part-time job, do fraud, and sell crack on the side. It's hard to
Sell
survive
crack on
in
the
Jersey.
side.
Yeah, you gotta sell some crack, bro.
Okay.
You gotta sell some crack. Crack always sells. Crack is not whack. Contrary to what people believe.
Man, I'm gonna end it right there, man. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully you go out to eat with us.
Yo, I'm try to, bro. Like, yeah, like I just gotta. I don't know what time it is. I'm gonna just
Like,
check in. I'm
5:38.
I'm gonna pull up because I ain't gotta be to where I gotta be at 8:30. So I definitely want to, kick it with y'all, little son.
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah, you don't. You say you don't drink?
Nah, I don't drink alcohol. No pork on my fork either.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he don't do no pork on.
And yeah, and make sure y'all follow me on social media too. Real Estate Duru. I'm not a guru. I'm a duru because I actually do this business. So Real Estate Duru is DORU. All social medias. Most active is Instagram and YouTube. Please make sure you follow me.
Everybody shout out your Instagram before we go.
Yeah, no Instagram.
He got an Instagram.
Miss Turner, MISSS.Turner. On Instagram.
Ron B, follow me on Instagram.
I think he's like AK for president.
A new one coming soon, man. Coming soon, man. Coming soon.
Thank you.